Hello, this is Victor. I'm here with a new video to talk about preparation for the new edition. And here is I'm going to share some of the findings I have on the Astra Militarum, on the Assassins, as well on the Harlequins. So let me explain and what I'm doing. So normally when we are into a new edition, what I like to do is start take or new codex. I was using this a lot when we were having new codex. I like to look at the armies that I have and see if the units are still valid and how it's looking like, how the new units are looking like. So what I did here is I just take the units that I have from Astra Militarum, I list them down, all of them, the points that I cost with the equipment that I have on the miniatures. So this is how the miniatures are equipped. Normally I try to use them as you can see on the miniature. And when it's magnetized, I put all the options that I have there, and then I choose the one that I think is the best for this edition. So what I did here is I start listing all the Astra Militarum, and unless I have made some mistakes, so here I have put Striken and the company commander, the Investor Prime, but then I realized they have a lot of elite. They have Harker command squads. I have a lot of command squads because I know the platoon command squad is the same. I have Officer of the Flag, the Tech Priest, the Ministerium Priest. I have 3 of them. The Astropath. So I have a lot, and then I start quantifying, and I realized that that I have a problem with my Astra Militarum. I have 23 units for elite, 23 options for elite. I have 6 options for troops, and then I have 2 on heavy supports, 2 on fast attacks, and 1 flyer. I have 3 options for HQ, as you can see. But if I compare what I used to have, it's very different. I used to have 5 HQs. Some of them were not counting as HQs because were not taking a slot. I used to have 5 troops choices, 2 elites, and 3 fast attacks. Why all this big amount of new units? It's because all of these small characters now are creating an issue. When you and I have not seen, unless, please leave it in the comment below, unless they don't count in the army chart, there is a big issue, because I have the Astropath, I have commissars. Of course, I can put some of these commissars into Lord Commissar and move them to HQ. This is one thing that I was thinking about. Ministerium Priest, I have 3 of them. They were not used to count as anything in the past. 4 platoon commands. The veterans are also moved now to elites. So here I have all the veterans. On the other side, I have the Military Tempestors Command Squad. On the other side, I'm happy that the Tempestors are troops, and then on troops, of course, my platoons are completely split. And I have the 2 squads of heavy support that now are heavy support, and then I have the Sentinels on fast attack, and the Sentinels can even be split in the smaller units. Another thing that it's creating an issue is the special weapon teams, or the special weapon squads, that they are also elite choices. So really, Imperial Guard, I need to completely restructure what we have here. It's completely a new organization that I have to look. If I look the points, I went down in points. I used to have 2,632 points, and now I have 2,364 points. So I don't know if it's even viable to play now my army at 2,000 points because of all these weird things on elite. I don't think I can do it, and I think I have to use the support of the Space Marines or other armies to be able to do that. Another army that I was looking at, another option is the Assassins. The Assassins, they look pretty solid choices. I think the Vindicari maybe is the strongest one, the one that I like the most. I was looking, but they are cheap, much cheaper than they used to be. They cost 80 points, 85, and the equipment is 0 because it's part of them. So really, they are really cheap. The Collections, not very fan of it, but there is one thing that is very interesting for the Collections is the I think was Ethereum, that you can only impact him on 6s, I think. So collection is not as bad as it looks like at the beginning. It's very specialized again against Psychers. But I will say, if you want a reliable killer, take Vindicares. Vindicare assassin, they can shoot at the characters. They are shooting with a heavy one, but it's 5 minus 3d3 damage. So and they wound on 2 plus when it's infantry. So not bad choices, and it's 85 points, I think, the Vindicare, something like that. Let's check. Yeah, it's 90 points, sorry. So, yeah, quite. They're cheaper. They're cheaper. They used to cost 100 something points, so they are also cheaper. And then I also start putting my Genestealer cult. I have 1000 points of Genestealer cult. This is new, and this will be played for first time in this edition, so this was not playing them. But the other army I was looking, it was my Harlequins, because also Harlequins have changed a lot. Harlequins now have HQ. They used not to have HQ, they used only to have elite. In number of points, I'm flat more or less versus what I used to have. I think I have the feeling the points have moved from one side to the other. Shadow Seers are very strong, but also very expensive in points. They will cost with equipment 144 points. I also did that to know how much they cost with equipment. But on the other side, the two masters are quite affordable, depending on the equipment as well. Solitaire is not very expensive, 117 points once you add the equipment. So it's not too expensive, and it's quite a killing. If you want to kill characters, this is also a good guy to do it. 8 attacks with AP2, even with 1 damage. 8 attacks, they impact on 2 plus. So it can be a pain. You can, and if you feel like you can attack with the Harlequin keys, 8 attacks, strength force, AP minus 1, D3 damage. So this is can be quite dangerous. Death Jesters are quite cheap. Cheap compared to the other Harlequins. And then I have the troops. So the Boy Weaver 100 points, and the Star Weaver. So this is what I like to do. I just wanted to share, and for me the surprising was here on the Astra Militarum. So first of all, they changed. Not all are fulfill the same type of here. Small changes. And I think now it's making viable to play. I have 6 HQs now on Harlequin, so most likely have to use 2 detachments, but it's viable because I can have 1 detachment with elites and 1 detachment with troops, and I can fill them all into detachments. Although it's 1,700 points, so more likely will need the support of Dark Eldar that I have. But what's surprising is the Astra Militarum, where I have, sorry, I did not change. Astra Militarum, where I have here I have 23 elite choices, and there is a problem because also I have 1,100 points on elite choices, and there is no way I can fill that with the new form, with the new detachment. So I will need to be very choiceful. Today I will say is not a viable army, and now the next step is start to organize to see how I will use them. Most likely I don't want now to start investing on Astra Militarum. I will need to ally them with other Imperial armies. Maybe when the Codex is out, this will change again. So this is why I don't want to do a lot of investment based on the changes we see now on the index starters. Because I think Astra Militarum is one of these armies that I don't think we are going to wait a lot to have a Codex. I will say the same for the Space Marines and Chaos Space Marines. So this is what I want to share, and this was my surprises. And that's all for now. Just a little bit. Now the question for you: how you were preparing for the 8th edition? Are you also listening and seeing how the army looks like in the new edition? Are you having problems like this one, where I have a lot of units that suddenly split and they are fulfilling a lot of elite choices? So please let me know, what do you think, and what are your actions taken to get ready for 8th edition? So far I'm just listing, looking how they look like, and see what are the spots I'm fulfilling on the detachments. to know if my armies are still viable or not. That's all for now. As usual, thanks a lot for watching and see you again later. Bye.